If an online relationship with someone who you've never met is putting you in debt, you need to do this.
She said, I'm like the only hope. There's nobody else.
Of course.
She went to the hospital saying that one of her legs is messed up. That would need surgery. So she showed me an x-ray. Angie was killed in the mission.
What?
Why do you think everyone's dying around her?
I don't know. She told me, like, I'm sorry that I couldn't get the money. I'm locked up. I need help to get bailed out.
But before she died.
Okay, how much is it?
In today's episode, we help a man named Michael who is dealing with tragic issues related to his online romance. He's tried his hardest to keep the relationship alive after making a promise to his mother before her passing. This relationship has put him in debt, depression, and pushed him away from his friends and family. Watch till the end to find out the shocking truth about his online love. Let's jump into this and try to help Michael out. Real quick, guys.
Let's keep this real quick. There's a spider there. I'm scared. Turn me into Peter Parker. But real quick, if an online relationship is making you feel any type of way, scratch that. If a real relationship... What? If a relationship in real life, online, fake, real, whatever, if it's putting you in harm, financially, emotionally, physically, please do your best to just leave, seek help, support, just whatever you can do to leave.
I'm 42.
Hello.
I have an older sister. I have a niece and nephew and my goddaughter. So when it comes to me, it's all about family. I live with my dad and I take care of him. My dad is type 2 diabetic just like me, so we both use insulin. I gotta make sure that he's on top level of his insulin. My dad can't stab himself with the insulin on his own, so I had to do it for him.
Okay.
I gotta stay on top of all his medication that he takes. The longest relationship I had was like 6 months. I wasn't interested. I was just pretty much chasing other girls at the time.
Right.
So you could say I'm a Casanova. As I got older, I realized like everybody else just get married, have kids, and it's time for me to grow up and be with someone who actually appreciates me.
Okay.
And what type of women are you into?
As long as you take care of your health, because I have health issues, so that's the reason why I'm focused on losing weight.
Mm-hmm.
I want to have someone that's at least go to the gym 3 times a week.
What did you reach out to our team for?
As long as you are going with them, because it's pretty hard to expect something of someone when you do the opposite, if that makes sense. But as long as you are trying, as you said, you can have your preferences, man.
Peace of mind, closure, all that above. I met this person online from OkCupid.
What a name for a website.
Maria Jordan Campbell.
Damn.
Maria reaches out to you, or you reached out to her?
I reached out to her first. I just said, hi, how you doing?
It's usually the scammers contact you, so you've put yourself in this situation. But obviously you didn't know this would happen, but you know exactly what I mean. But hopefully, if you can hear banging once again, they don't stop, the builders. Bob the Builder, where are you? Because I need you to fix this ASAP.
I think you're cute.
Oof. Straight in. Peace!
I know you're looking for a long-term relationship. I just want to talk to you. She was just easy to talk to.
Okay.
Like, she was just so, like, lively. I pretty much could talk to her all day, every day.
Okay.
And the conversation never get dull, which I'm attracted to that. She's short. I think she's between 4'11" to 5'3".
Right.
She works out.
Okay.
She's also in the Navy, so...
Crazy.
She told me that she has no family.
Right.
Her dad was in the Air Force, so he died in a plane crash.
Rest in peace if the actual person the scammer took the picture for, the father died, but I doubt it, because they're piece of shits.
Mom died, like, when she was in high school with cancer.
Oh my goodness.
I sort of connected to that. I lost family with cancer, too.
What are your favorite qualities about Maria?
The sympathy cards.
She knows the true meaning about family, and that's what we were trying to build on for the future. She's the reason why I went back to church. And he said, like, when we meet, we're going back to church. I'm like, okay.
Should go to church out of your own tuition. Is that the right word? Intuition? I don't know. Please don't change yourself for someone else, unless it's to better yourself, of course, like this, but this can rub me the wrong way because you're going to church for her, but hey.
Say like if I'm sleeping and she don't hear from me at all, like the whole afternoon, she would call me and say like, I was just about to call the cops, call the emergency, see if you're okay.
Right.
Yeah, that little thing like that, I consider that was kind of cute. So she would worry about me.
Okay.
She's a neat freak, so she said she likes to clean house.
Okay. Not that bad, I guess.
She eat healthy food.
That's good.
I'm eating healthy food too, so it's like that's another connection there too.
Sure.
Things move extremely fast in Michael and Maria's relationship.
Little bit of a small thing to connect over. Don't fall for someone just because you eat the same foods, guys. Remember that. And gals, of course. Choose your partner carefully.
We're talking about marriage.
We talk about the wedding planning for next month.
What?
So sometime next year, we're going to have a wedding.
You
Michael
engaged?
then began to open up about meeting this woman in person.
When she graduated high school, she joined the Navy because her dad was an Air Force. She's a petty officer.
What does that mean?
Have you seen photos of her, like in her fatigues and stuff like that?
Her Navy outfit, like on her right chest, and a Navy symbol on her left chest.
Right.
And some photos will be a name on the left.
Is that the same person?
Badges on the right.
Kind of
You
looks
want to
different.
get this relationship off of text message and meet in person, right?
Of course.
I've been nagging her every single time, like every week, every month.
Hey man, she's
I was
busy.
ready, like, to be fully
She's in the
committed
Navy.
to it. But at the same time, I spent so much money on a relationship. It's not even funny.
How?
This
Why?
is when it all started. Maria was able to get some time away from the Navy,
Right.
and she agreed to come and visit Michael, but she needed him to purchase a $1,200 airline ticket from where she was stationed at in Virginia.
Hold the hell on right now. A ticket in the United States to go from a state to state, I'm pretty sure does not cost $1,200 unless you guys over there are being robbed. To go to another country, it doesn't even cost that. Come on, Michael.
Michael sent the funds to Maria, and she was ready to leave the next day.
Bro, that doesn't even look that far.
I was so thrilled. I was so ecstatic. You just don't even know.
I can
like,
understand
my day
that.
just lifted. And I finally got to see the dream person that I've always been looking for.
Right.
And finally get to meet.
But
I was actually in JFK Airport. She told me that she's on a plane on her way there. I look at the flight information. I was just waiting. Look at my watch.
What a waste of a day,
I
huh?
just can't wait. All the people just came out from the plane. No show.
No, so what's the excuse?
I didn't want to talk to her for the first few days since that happened.
Maria's excuse for not being on the plane was her daughter being in Michigan.
I'm sorry, but you just said you're on the plane, but now you have to pick up your daughter. How does that work? The plane stopped in midair and landed so you could go back? Bro, I get you're feeling love, right? But Michael, come on. Has she jumped out the plane?
For not being on the plane was her daughter being in Michigan.
She said she was.
She apologized to Michael for standing him up at the airport, and he eventually forgave her. But her requests for favors began to double.
I'm sorry, but I would ask for my money back then. No? Did you do that? Did you ask for your money back? Or you just said, okay, just keep it?
A few days later, I text her up again.
Oh,
Says,
okay.
I'm loaning you the money. Are you gonna?
You made me shout for no reason. Gosh.
Are you gonna hold me back? I was like, yeah, don't worry.
Yeah, and you never got it, right?
To send her to Michigan, get
Piss
tickets
off.
for her and her daughter to come, so she could come back to New York.
No. How about you use the money I sent you in the first place and use that again?
So she has a daughter?
Not biological daughter. Her cousin. Her aunt.
This scammer
was
just took
killed
every single picture
by
under the sun.
her husband. So she was gonna bring her grandmother.
I'm
to
sorry, I didn't quite understand my ears. Words?
Stop it. Get some help.
This woman's aunt was killed by her husband, did I just hear?
Her cousin. Her aunt was killed by her husband.
What?
So she was gonna bring her grandmother to New York so they could stay with her for a little while. I'm like, okay, that's fine with me.
What do you mean that's fine
Then I
with
got a
you?
text saying that the taxi got in an accident and they're both in the hospital. She went to the hospital saying that one of her legs is messed up. It would need surgery. So she showed me an X-ray.
How's this scammer got X-rays?
I also gave her like $1,500. I spent $550 to get her wheels so she could move around for a wheelchair. She was in the hospital. She was in Boston, and transferred to another location.
Hold on! She's in the Navy. No? She don't have insurance?
I sent her money for her surgery when it took place at. It's like my whole check just goes towards her to support what she needs.
Michael had already spent $10,000 on plane tickets and Maria's hospital fees.
Bro.
Every time she would make requests for money, Michael would send it through Cash App to people who claimed to be Maria's friends.
Why? What
Here's the thing,
sense
it's
does
been
that
from,
make?
Like, every paycheck from every month I sent her money. Angie
Why?
and Maria are like best friends. They know each other for 7 years.
She's not even in this picture.
Well, I find out that Angie was killed in the mission.
What?
Why do you think everyone's dying around her?
I don't know.
This is the
Maria's
worst
problems
film ever.
never came to an end. She told Michael that she was going to pay all of his money back and she was on her way to the bank.
To fix the account. What does
But
that
she
mean?
unfortunately was arrested after an argument with an employee at the bank about her account being frozen.
She told me like, I'm sorry that I couldn't get the money.
Oh my
I'm
God.
locked up.
What a movie this would be, huh? Get in a plane. The plane stops in the air so she can go pick up her daughter. Turn that shit back around. Gets in a car accident in the taxi with her grandmother. Her best friend dies in the Navy. She ends up arrested.
What?
Arrested after an argument with an employee at the bank
Oh
about
my
her
God.
account being frozen.
She told me like, I'm sorry that I couldn't get the money. I'm locked up.
How's she texting?
I need help to get bailed out.
How's she
Okay,
texting
how
in
much is
prison?
it for the bill? And she would say like $1,300. She said, I'm like the only hope. There's nobody else that's not helping her, and I really need you to help me.
Michael, you
And
seem
my
like a
logic is
sweet
just
guy.
Trying to support who, if that's gonna be my spouse,
But come on.
like as a kind gentleman would do.
No.
Got to the point I couldn't make my car payments. I financed my car.
Never worth it.
I was behind, and the bank took my car.
Especially when you've never met. Goodness,
Almost
look at that
11 grand as well.
caption.
Every month I'm
Oh,
putting
would
in my money, my hard-earned money to support her. Whatever that she needs, I got it. You can add $4,000 every month into that she collect. Started doing that since January until now.
Bro, my
And that's
pockets,
the reason why my
they're
transport
open as
is
well. Just
$450, roughly.
Where is all this
put
money
something
coming
in there.
That's all overtime. I work at the hospital.
How much money have you sent to her altogether?
You really want to know?
Yes. Oh, it's ruined.
from
It said there.
Credit card maxed out.
Crazy.
About a little bit over 67K. Struggling eating. I try to rationalize, and I make sure there's enough food for my dad.
Bro.
I just eat less.
Bro, what do you mean you ration? I understand some people's financial situations are difficult and you have to ration. But you have put yourself in this position because you're sending money to someone you've never met to pay for everything for them that the Navy, I'm assuming, would cover if it was real. Bro, come on. I know you got strong feelings, but as I said before, that shouldn't mean you start killing your own self.
Struggling eating. I try to rationalize, and I make sure there's enough food for my dad. I just eat less.
Bro, you
Has this
seem
affected your ability to take care of your dad?
like a sweet guy, but
What do you do for your dad?
To help him with the bills for rent, stuff like that.
And you haven't been doing that?
For the past few months, no.
come on,
Wow.
man.
because I was trying to take care of her. But at the same time, I put a little money on the side. I'll have like 200 there for food. I just don't eat. I just make sure he's eating.
Is she asking for money right now?
Correct. She wanted to pick up the little girl on Wednesday because she has no money to fly to Michigan to get that little girl.
So she wants you to pay for her to fly.
Again.
Basically, yeah.
In order for us to look into this for you, you got to make it a point to do something nice for your dad this weekend, okay?
No problem. I'll keep my word on that.
No more.
No problem.
Michael was unfortunately in a cycle of sending money to Maria. And this weekend, we were focused on breaking that cycle.
Please.
Instead of sending funds to Maria for another plane ticket, he promised us to do something nice for his father.
Please.
I know he loved to eat, so I was like, I'm gonna take him to a restaurant. And I know he loved the Lakers, so I'm gonna probably get him a jersey or something.
Yes.
He's a big Lakers fan, and I'm a big Knicks fan, so.
Go
Our team
splash
put our
out.
heads together and dug into everything
Go
Michael was
splash out,
able to
man.
provide on Maria.
Go
After a
splash
few
out.
days of researching, it was time to let him know the truth.
Well, are you ready for today then?
Yeah. If she lies, I'll just cut her off completely. Because she
Come on,
sounds so
do that anyway,
genuine.
man.
She always check up me day in, day out. She would blow kisses, just encourage me. And what's worse is ever since my mom passed away 4 years ago, you know, I promised my mom to be in a relationship.
Today, we're going to put all of that to rest, okay? We're going to give you the truth, and we're going to give you answers, okay?
Man, look, I understand you made a promise to your mother and that you would be in a relationship, but I feel like she would understand if the relationship was draining you in many ways and causing a burden on your financial status and lessening the amount or the ability that you can take care of your father. I think she would understand.
Bree and I, we looked at all of the information you had provided. We had both been working on your investigation together, and what we would like to do is break down all of the reasons that Maria had requested money from you.
The main thing that she was telling me, that she has bait issue, and all the
Just
banks lock her out, so she couldn't even draw any type of money from her account.
Come on, Michael,
6
man.
step out, rich to poor. I gotta support the person.
I understand that,
She's
but
telling me like when she comes to New York, whatever the bills that I had, is she gonna pay that off and pay me the money back that I sent her.
We researched the image of the bank account screenshot that you'd sent over to us. We found a match. This is a photoshopped image of a bank account that we found, believe it or not, a Jeep Wrangler forum. It's a public blog.
bruh.
We also found that same exact image on TikTok and Reddit. So it seems like this image has been passed around.
She sent you a social security number. Can you tell me why she sent you that?
I guess to put me at ease.
Michael, we use a tool that confirms if a social security number exists and is valid. We found that this is a valid number.
By
It
someone
was
else's.
issued in Pennsylvania. And from this info, the person that owns this number would be anywhere from 73 to 78 years old.
My goodness, the scammer has taken someone else's identity as well. 2 times.
You okay, Michael?
I feel for this guy.
Yeah,
And then she also sent you some x-rays, right?
yeah. Show me the picture of her leg.
I'd love to
So
know
I'm
where
thinking-
the scammer got this.
Maybe in a hospital, she got her leg wrapped up, something like that. So I'm assuming the way on the picture look legit. I'm not a professional in the medical field, so I can't tell.
Bree and I ran these images of the x-rays and we actually found matches immediately. Both of these images were attached to Pinterest accounts.
This
What
person
the
you're
hell?
talking to went to this Pinterest account, downloaded the files, and then created this story and said, hey, this is my leg.
You sent over 3 different images, and all three belong to different people, not even the same
But they
person.
look like they have the same foot though.
I'm just so.
Michael,
Yeah.
I just want to say that I'm so proud of you for not sending that money over the weekend.
Good.
And I'm proud of you that you're taking your dad out and you're getting back to your responsibilities.
Yes.
I have 2 more pieces of information that is pretty much going to close the casket on all of this. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
We ran all the images that you sent over to us for Maria, and we found exact matches. We did find the real identity to this person, and her name is not Maria. Her real name is Courtney. She is in the U.S. Navy, and she lives in Maryland.
Okay.
Feel for this guy so much, man.
You are in a romance scam. None of these stories that Maria or these fantasies that she's created ended up to be true. She isolated herself, and that's why there were so many murders and people dying. And this person that you're talking to is essentially creating a movie, and you're the main character and the star of the movie.
Literally
they just
said
wanted
that.
you to feel like you were the only person
Yeah.
that could save them from whatever danger that they were in.
When you were told that take a woman's work through words, through fiction, I felt like that person is going to be honest with you.
Life.
And that's how I was raised.
Yeah.
From my mom. She said, if a woman said this and that, they meant it. Like, yes means yes, no means no. Just take by the word, don't take that for granted. And ever since then, it's always been me the whole time.
Michael, this is what we call a military romance scam. It's basically when somebody claims they're overseas, they don't have any family, they have family members, friends that have died, they're alone. They also reach out on behalf of needing funds for food, money,
know romance
internet,
scams
they need a phone.
could be split.
You know, this just isn't true. People in the military have access to a phone, they're able to video chat, they're able to call, they don't need money, they're completely taken care of. Unfortunately,
That's what I
because you're such a sweet,
Yeah.
kind person, and it's obvious you have a giving heart, that this is the type of person that the scammer looks for to take advantage of.
Unfortunately. I'm gonna pause it there because I want to make it clear that I actually don't think Michael is stupid, because there really wasn't much there that was sent to him in terms of documents, etc., that you can pick out obvious mistakes. Like the bank account, I was actually pretty well photoshopped, to be honest. And if you're unaware of the tools or stuff like this exists, yes, you can seem stupid for falling for it, but he seems like such a kind man that I'm going to help this woman that I think is real and I think will be my future partner. So I can understand it, but there's so many things, so much money sent, that you just shouldn't if you've never seen that person.
We got you over a link.
Right.
What Maria didn't know
Check the
was that when
location.
she clicked on the link, we were going to be able to grab her IP address. She clicked on it twice. To no surprise, we saw 2 clicks from Nigeria. And the first click came from Abuja, and the second one came from Lagos.
It sucks.
It does. It does. I feel for you. How many times have I said that? But I will keep saying it. I feel for the dad as well.
Nothing I could do now.
Because whilst the dad might appreciate, or of course appreciates, the son helping him, I don't think he is happy to see his son not eat just so that he could eat. So there's a lot of actual victims in this scam, to be honest.
What's the next steps for you, man?
Trying to put myself back
Damn.
together, but it's not gonna be easy since I'm dead.
But you
Not crying.
do have real relationships in the real world, and that's what you need to get back to.
It's not gonna be easy. I can tell you that. Unfortunately,
Yeah, I
I
can
work in
understand.
2 shifts tomorrow, so it's not the same.
Yeah. hard worker.
There is a light
Caring.
at the end of the tunnel. I don't want you to walk away from this call feeling like you're in such a dark place and we just came and dumped all this information on you.
Right.
Today, you can be positive about how you're moving forward because, A, you're not sending her any more money. You're gonna have
hope
way
not.
more time in your day. You don't have to work overtime. Your credit can get repaired. You can get a new
Takes
car.
time, though.
But these emotional damages that she's bringing you every single day are now gone. You can fix that today. You can block her, move on, and live a positive life.
Whilst I understand that he's not going to send money, and the actual initial of, how can I word this? Her being so easy to reach will be gone, sure, but it's not just click of the fingers and, oh yeah, I'm gonna live my life normal now. I didn't just send 67k to this random person. I don't think it works like that. So whilst I respect catfish people for what they do, I hope this is another case. I can't remember the exact one, but there was another case where I hoped that they gave the person counseling sessions and paid for therapy, etc. I hope they do that here, because
I appreciate that.
it's
Really?
it's easy to
I
just
really
say,
do. I appreciate it that you
Oh.
made an effort.
it's fine
I'm
now.
trying to get my life back to normal. But being that much debt, it's gonna take years to recover.
Of that as well. I'm expecting big help from
I can speak
catfish.
from my personal background that it is tough. I've had some bad credit in the past. You know, not too many people know mine and my husband's story, but we actually were on a homeless program before we started this company. It makes you
Right.
feel like there's a dark cloud over your head and there's no light at the end of the tunnel, but there is. And actually, the next step here is we'd like to meet with you again on Monday. We want to review the financial information. We want to see if there's recourse for you.
I accept that.
Keep your head up, Michael. We're gonna check in with you on Monday, okay?
Thank you so much. Really do. Thank you.
I mean, then again, I know it's easy to just say keep your head up, but in this situation, unless you're a trained professional in psychology, for example, I think, or therapy, I don't know, but there isn't really much you can do. But I do hope this ends with them offering to pay for therapy, etc.
We'll talk to you soon, okay?
Okay.
This man does not look well. Like, it's one thing to take it hard, the news, but he looks distraught. The next day, let's see what happens.
Michael, what's going on, man? It's Drew.
Hey, Joe. How's everything?
He doesn't
Good. So I'm
sounds very
David. I
defeated.
own socialcatfish.com. So I talked to Drew today, and so I wanted to give you some resources to help you get started in the right direction. So first off, like, you know, I know, like, you were super brave to talk about, you know, you having depression in the past. And so what we want to do is we want to provide you with some counseling that we pay for 100%.
Good.
So we want to get you access to, you know, a licensed psychiatrist that you can talk to on a weekly basis for at least for the next 3 months. And then we'll foot the bill for that.
Good.
Okay.
The other thing we want to do, so we know that you've like struggled with like your bills and just like how are you going to take care of things. And so what we want to do is we want to get you some debt counseling, either consolidating all your debt so that it's actually manageable for you, so that you're not living paycheck to paycheck, just paying the basic amount of bills that you have, and being able to consolidate that, or even maybe going down the route of filing bankruptcy, which we would take care of that for you.
Okay. No problem.
How are things going for you now?
I just feel stupid. That's all. Like, yeah, I just feel stupid and emotional, and my heart ripped out.
I mean, there were certain parts that it's just stupid. But I guess in the moment, you're in love, right? But people need to break this habit of just because you love someone, it doesn't mean you actually bend over backwards. I know there's that whole saying, bend over backwards, I'll do anything for you. Cool, you'll do anything, but not whilst hurting yourself, if that makes sense, because I sometimes have no idea what the hell I'm saying, but hopefully that makes a lick of sense.
This is temporary, my dude. If you need things in the future, you have questions, you just want to call us and chat, like, we're here for you.
Respect.
Thank you for more support.
Yeah. Like, and our team's always here. So, like, this doesn't mean this is the end of our relationship.
Did you block her, Michael?
Yes, I did.
Good.
How's it feel?
Relief.
Yeah.
A little bit less frustrated. One step at a time.
Yeah, 100%, one step
course.
at a time.
Thank you.
No problem. Talk to you soon.
Have a good night.
Good night.
All right, bye. It's just gonna take him a while to get out of it. Like, that's why, you know, like, we've done all these cases, and that's exactly why, like, I think we need to get him counseling.
Yeah.
So we'll just get it in the morning. You know, it's tough. Like, the guy was, like, very emotionally invested in it. Like, very, very emotionally invested.
13 months, $70,000, bro.
Yeah. So, you know, we'll get him on the right track.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All right.
Hopefully, anyway. Michael's in the process of getting a new car, good, while prioritizing repair with his relationship with his father. Wow, she requested more. Suck out, yeah? We have this thing in the UK. Suck out means F off, basically. So that was Michael in one of the more emotional stories, in my opinion, because, well, for me anyway, not sure about you, but not to get too into everything, but I don't live, you know, the greatest now, of course, but I do all right. You know, I feel like we all do all right. But growing up, I very much struggled, but with money and stuff. Goodness, what is this turning into? Wow, you're thinking, what the hell is this, H? Why do you have feelings? Shock, I have feelings. But anyway, long story short, I didn't have the best of times growing up. And Brienne also mentioning the homeless thing. And we're gonna just, hopefully Michael does get better. I don't know when this was filmed, but obviously it came out yesterday, so I'm reacting to it now because that is how things work. And I don't know what I'm saying. I'm very much flustered, and this might be one of the more emotionally flustered again outros that I've done, because maybe you can tell, but I'm gonna go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I will see you on the next one. Michael, I know it's cliche, but stay strong, man. Hopefully your dad is okay, you are okay. Sending out positive vibes. And remember, everyone, do not send money to people you have never met. Even if you have met them, put yourself first. As selfish as you might think it might make you seem, put yourself first, because you want to help them. You cannot help them if you are not here. Rambles, maybe, but see you guys next time. Peace. And if you do want to see another one, head over here, because there is a woman who's met Johnny Depp, apparently. No, she did not meet him, because that's how these things work. But Johnny Depp wants to have sex with her.